Hey, good morning, guys. Another morning workout talk. Headed to the gym. It's 4:34 in the morning. I had a hard time waking up, but it was raining hard today, or this morning, earlier in the morning. As I was sleeping, you can hear it. And in the comfort of my bed, when I'm hearing the rain and just the sound of the rain itself just makes me want to stay in bed a little bit longer. So I didn't really feel like getting up, but I had to get up though. My body knows it's time to get up. I set my alarm for sometimes I set my alarm for 3:30 or 3:45, and I set my alarm for 3:45 this morning. However, I always find myself waking up before that time, and then when I say waking up before that time, it's usually like 30 minutes before that time, or maybe sometimes 5 minutes. It seems like my body understands, like my body has a clock, and it says like, okay, you have to get up now. So yeah, I got up, man. I'm on the road to the gym right now. Yesterday, what did I work on yesterday? Yesterday I worked on chest and triceps. Yeah, chest and triceps. I also did HIIT, high interval intensive training workout. So I did that. Usually my HIIT stuff is usually done in the beginning. That's what I do first before I do anything. So my HIIT was with these ladders that I have, these step ladders. I would go back and forth like with my feet, like a typewriter. I don't even know what the name of the exercise is called, but I do that for 30 seconds, and after that I get the dumbbells and I do a single leg squats. Like I have my back leg propped up on the bench, and then I'm going down with 45 pound dumbbells, and I'm going down and up with one leg. I do 12 on one leg and 12 on another leg, and after that I do the ladder again, and I come back and do it again. I did that like 4 times. Every 2 exercises is 1 round, so I did like 4 rounds of that. So after I did that, then I started doing my bench stuff, chest and all that good stuff. But yeah, but I really think that as hard as going to the gym is for some people who don't have the motivation to actually do it, I think that people who don't do that, like I can't imagine living life without like doing something physical. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how people just live life without any type of physical activity, like no exercise. I don't mean you have to go to a gym. I'm talking about walking, jogging, anything, stretching, yoga, Pilates, something. Like why do you think little children are so exuberant and full of energy? They're so full of enthusiasm. Why? Because they're always moving around and playing. Like we forget that aspect as adults as we get older, because we get bombarded by the worries and concerns of the world, and we start to use drugs. When I say drugs, I don't mean like the illegal drugs that cops will come in and arrest you for. I'm talking about like medicine, like normal medicine. Those medicines don't really do anything good for anybody, because they're always packed with other ingredients in there that provide you what they call side effects. And as I told you guys before, there's no such thing as a side effect of a drug. The side effect of a medicine or a side effect of a drug is the effect. The wordplay is just phenomenal in the way they deceive many people who have given themselves off to the Western medicine form of care. Western medicine is a joke. The only thing that the hospitals and Western medicine is good for, if you have an emergency, like a broken leg, if you need immediate surgery. When it gets to the point where it's a point of no return, then you could run to a hospital. But even then, once they fix you up, so to speak, go back home and start to look up natural remedies, look up holistic healing, look up rhythmic healing that's aligned with the rhythm of the sun, with the sun setting and the sun rising. Look up foods that you can eat that are energized by the sun. Look up the breathing and how to control your heart rate. Look up meditation practices. Look up herbs and spices that you can eat and take, things you can drink. I mean, there's an endless list of things that you can take. not just going to a pharmacy based upon what some European prescribes for you, and then you end up putting that in your body and you think that that's health. No. So I don't see how people do that. As a matter of fact, going back to what I was saying earlier before I got off on a tangent, talking about the medical practices of Western medicine, of the Western culture, I don't know how people, especially when you start getting older, how do you not move? How do you not do anything? I think that in and of itself is a remedy for depression. It's a remedy for sadness. It's a lot of people say, I don't know how people live life without believing in God. Easy, simple. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself doesn't mean working hard and earning money to buy things you like. Of course, that may be part of it, but taking care of yourself is also taking care of your physical body, like taking care of your health. Your health is your wealth. And to me, that the concept of taking care of your body, to me, far outweighs the idea of going to church and praying to some unknown entity that you've never seen. I think that's more of a psychological, indoctrinational type of brainwashing thing that you've, in a way of psychosomatically psyching yourself out to believe that some benevolent entity is going to come out of the sky one day and save the day. I think that's like a fairy tale for adults. While we are here in this third dimensional reality and the things that we can see in the physicals, I think that it's almost disrespectful for you to bypass the reality that you live in, talking about things that you don't know of, thinking that some external being outside of you is going to come fix everything for you. No, you have the ability for yourself to fix things for yourself. Of course, when you get to the point where you start comparing yourself to other people, comparing yourself to other things, and it's very easy to do that because television is, we're bombarded by so much visual stimulants that affects our brain and affects our thinking. We see pictures, we see videos of celebrities with their mansions and their nice clothes and their nice cars, and those things are done by design, folks, because the eyes are the gateway to the soul. So if you continually fixate your eyes on those things, even if you're not consciously making the decision to say, oh, I'm comparing myself to them, I'm a nobody because I don't have these things, your subconscious state is going to do that inevitably, because whatever you have, whatever you've been looking at through your optical nerve receptors, through your optics, whatever you've been absorbing through the gateway to the soul, that starts to actually do something. It actually starts to have a response whenever you're going through some type of stress or struggle in life. You start to naturally, subconsciously, meaning that you're not at home premeditatively thinking, oh, I'm gonna think about how worse my life is because I don't have these things that other people have. No, it just happens that way, right? And so we end up thinking that the pursuit of materials and the pursuit of riches is the quintessential, cause of life. It's the main thing that we're supposed to be going after. No, the main thing you're supposed to be going after is taking care of yourself, taking care of your temple. And yes, we all have different experiences. We're all electrically charged spiritual beings that are having an experience on this level through many different states of consciousness, meaning that some of us are poor, some of us are rich, some of us are mediocre, some of us are tall, some of us are short. Whatever situation you find yourself in, your job as a human is to do the best with what you have. Whatever card you were dealt, there's no reason to complain about the card you were dealt. There's no reason to wish that you were dealt a better hand. Take the card you were dealt and do the best you can with it. That's all you could ask for in this life. That's the true pathway of contentment, which ultimately equates to having peace and joy within. Now, when I hear people say peace and joy within, I also feel that people who hear those things perceive that as being that you're never going to be angry, you're never going to be sad, you're never going to be upset. No, the human spectrum of emotions requires that you have all those feelings. That's what makes us human. There was a quote that I read. It said something about if you don't, if you cry, laugh, get angry, and do something else in one day, you've had a full day. Like, that's a good day. To have all those emotions shown in a day makes you human. To suppress crying is actually toxic. When you cry, that's a detox. That's the way your soul is detoxing. Whenever you have a deep sense of sorrow that admits tears to come out of your eyes, that's normal. That's a release. When little children, I'm talking about little babies, when they start pooping, when they're newborns, that's their way of releasing toxins. Anytime something is released from your body, that's a good thing. If you vomit, that's a good thing. I know you'll say, no, vomiting means you're sick. No, vomiting means you're healthy. Not vomiting means you're sick. You say, what the hell is this guy talking about? Exactly what I just said. If you have toxins in your body and your body is not eliminating it, then you're sick. When your body has an immune response and you start to have symptomatic responses to certain things that you've eaten, things you've taken, whether you've been poisoned, whether you've eaten rotten food, whether you've been exposed to too much radiation, whether you've been, whether you are nutritionally deficient, whatever the cause is of your illness, if your body doesn't have a response, you're sick. Having a response means you're healthy. We're looking at the whole entire medical landscape in an inverse way. When your nose is running, you're healthy. That means the body is flushing out toxins. When you're spitting up phlegm, you're healthy. Your body's getting rid of toxins. It's pushing out the toxic debris. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Maybe this actually would make more sense. When you're in your house and you want peace and quiet, and then let's say your wife or somebody in your house just starts to vacuum, and you're trying to watch TV, you get irritated, don't you? You're like, damn, man, this vacuum is making noise. I'm trying to watch something. Your wife or whoever is in the house vacuuming or cleaning, that's a good thing. It means that there's some functionality in the house. Someone cares enough about the house to clean it. Well, take your body and look at it from that perspective. Your cells, the enzymatic responses inside the body, they care enough about you to wash things out, to clean things out. So this idea that, I never get sick, that you may not be healthy. Your body may be so used to keeping those toxins in that you never show any symptomatic responses. Now, if you continue to always have symptomatic responses, then that means that you have something wrong with you, because your house, going back to that analogy, is getting dirty too quick. You're cleaning every day. You're supposed to do a deep cleaning, maybe in a week or two clean again. Now, I'm not saying that people need to be sick every 2 weeks. I'm giving the comparison to say, just like you clean your house, you're not doing deep cleaning every day. You clean hard, maybe once a month and once every 2 weeks. But the body, you're not supposed to be getting sick often or showing symptoms of what the world deems to be sickness. You're supposed to be showing symptoms of being healthy every once in a while, because the body goes through cycles of cleansing. Okay, so that's how you have to look at it. But yeah, man, I don't see how people do that and not work out, not go to the gym, or not do something. Because on days like I told you guys, I go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right? That's why I do my morning workout talks on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I swear, on the days that I don't go, now don't get me wrong, I try to stretch every morning if I have time. Like this morning I didn't do it, so before I work out today, I'm gonna do my stretches. But if I just wake up and just go, I mean, I go, I still have the energy to go, but there's something, it's like in my body, like my body has a clock, and it's like, man, you're missing something. Because I'm telling you guys, when I'm done in the gym and I take my shower and I get dressed and I get in my car and I'm driving to work, there's a euphoria that's over me that I can't explain. It's a high that a drug, well, I've never done drugs, but the high that people are seeking with alcohol and drugs. Now, I drank before, I know how drinking feels, but whatever means of pleasure that people are seeking in the wrong way, man, I feel so freaking good, man, when I leave the gym. I'm serious. I mean, it's not even that, I feel good that my body, it's not even about how I look, it's about how I feel. It's the feeling. So I see why going to the gym for some people can be addictive, because in the midst of you working out, it's not fun. I mean, It's fun in the fact that you're getting something done, and then when you're done, you feel like you've accomplished something. It's fun in that sense that you've achieved something. Those are like little short-term goals that we set for ourselves, and it feels good from a psychological perspective when you can complete a task and you accomplish it. It does the morale good. You feel good. You have your self-esteem is built up, not built down. And then when you're done, you take a shower, you're fresh. I feel like Superman when I'm getting out of here. I feel like I could conquer the world. I start off the day right. So when I get to work, there's nothing that challenging at work that's going to put me down, because I just got through killing myself in the gym. But that's the way I started off my day. I started off my day in hell. And I don't mean literally, I mean figuratively, meaning that I worked hard. So anything else is just easy. It's a cakewalk. I tell my wife all the time, and I tell people all the time, they say, man, what's the hardest part about getting up for work? I'm like, getting up. I mean, my job itself, it's not hard. I don't have a job where I'm coming back with my back hurting. Now, my job requires me to think. I'm a thinker. I think and I help other people out. That's what my job entails. The hardest part of my day is probably getting through the gym. Once I'm through with the gym, my day is just easy breezy. And then the bookends. The bookends of my day is the beginning, where I go to the gym, and then after my kids come back from school, like daycare and school. Well, I don't even call it daycare. My kids go to school. It's an early learning center. They're actually learning more than, like, my kids are actually highly advanced in terms of where they are at academically to other kindergartners. But anyway, when my kids get home, those are the challenging parts of my day, the gym and when my kids get home. The in-between stuff is nothing. The things that normal people complain about driving to work in traffic. When I'm in traffic in my car, that's my peace. That's my peace. That's my moment of peace. And then, of course, when I get home, I have a little moment of peace. And once the kids get in, then you already know daddy duties comes into play. You got to get the kids ready for the school the next day, shower them up, get them to bed. They're running, they're playing, they're screaming, and those things you have to allow as a parent. And if you're a parent, you understand what I mean. You can't control everything. Sometimes you have to allow your kids to be kids. Kids are not adults. They're not going to sit there quiet thinking like you, thinking about bills to pay. Let children be children to a certain degree. Now, of course, when they push the limits too much, then you have to step in. But for the most part, I allow my kids to be free and play. As you can see sometimes in my videos when I'm in the office, you can hear them in the background screaming, running around the house. So, yeah, man, that's it. Just keep your body moving, man. It doesn't matter. Set goals for yourself. Just anything. Everything can't be all about work, man. I understand that, and this is a stat that 75% of the America's time is spent at work. That means that most of us are not even home. We're working, and then when we get off of work, we're driving back home. Some of us have to go to the store before we come back home. We're just usually using our house just to rest, to wake up again, to go back for our slave master as we continue this path of wage slavery. So you owe it to yourself. The few moments that you have to yourself, I understand it's hard. You worked all day, you're tired, you just want to just sit back and have a cocktail or just watch Netflix or binge. Dude, incorporate some type of physical training in your regimen, and your hard, stressful days wouldn't be that stressful. Like, take care of yourself. You owe it to yourself. You can't take care of the CEOs and the owners of these companies and the banks, because that's what we're doing. We're basically wage slaves. The more we work, the richer we allow them to become. And I believe that we need time to take care of yourself. So even though you may not have that much free time, your free time should be focused on you. And focusing on you is not going on a vacation. It's not going out to party and drink, because that does more harm. Well, not the vacation part, but the drinking and partying stuff, that does more damage to your body. Not saying not to party, but that shouldn't be your goal. Your goal should be taking care of your temple, your body. All right, so it's 4:54. People are starting to pull up, so I'm about to hurry up and get in here. All right, thank you guys for listening to this morning workout talk, and Monday I'll be doing another one. All right, so I go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. All right, thank you guys for listening.